Are you looking for the best steam iron for clothes? We got this one right here. Figured that I'd show it off to you guys today. Let me go ahead and grab that Mike Vance knife right there so we can open this bad boy on up. Oh, it's already open there. If you guys find this video helpful too, definitely appreciate you guys clicking that helpful button right there. Alright, opening this bad boy on up. Let's see what we got. So first of all, you got your instructions right there. Awesome. Okay, you got okay, they're kind of all in like this. Got like boxes and boxes here. What we got here? Some little nougats and bits right here. Alright, there we go. Okay, you got a nice long cord on this too, which is awesome. Alright, let's see where to start. Let's go with this little guy right here. Okay, so this is the handheld portion of it right here. Debag that. Okay, got a button right here. It looks like to let the steam out. I'm assuming this is some kind of mode button, and you can go through each mode. See, they have clean and steam. There's poly, wool, and cotton right there, so that you can easily select what type of fabric your clothing is that you want to steam clean. That's super cool. Oh, look. Ha! This thing turns too as well. That's cool. That's great if you're doing something that's a little bit more wide, or if you just want to get the entire pant leg in one swoop, you'll be able to do that with this, so you don't have to keep going back and forth with it. Oh, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let me get into this portion right here. Okay, so this right here is the main unit. Alright, and then you have, oh, you got a nice long cord right here as well. So I was looking at a picture of this, and I think you can hang this thing. So it's got little feet right here on the bottom, so if you just wanted to set it down, you could do that. This looks like some mounting hardware right here. Oh, look, they give you a little one of those collapsible cups too. We'll get to that. Oh, what's this? Ah! Look at that. That's cool. That's what I was looking for. So it's got a little hook on there. So if you have, inside either a laundry room or a closet, you have the pole that you hang your clothes on. You can hang this right there next to it. And that way you can get your steam cleaning done right while they're hanging. That's super cool. I like that. And this is a great device to be able to use in a laundry room type of setting, or in the closet, so that you don't have to go back and forth to the ironing board. You don't have to set up the ironing board and all that. You just have it hanging right there at the ready. Boom, bada, bang, let's go. I love that. I hate having to so one issue that we have in our house is that our closet is on way that side of the house, and the laundry room is on way on this side of the house, and the laundry room is where the ironing board is, because it's built into the wall. It's one of those ones where it's like a cabinet that opens and then it folds out right there, so you don't have to stands and all that. So we have all that set up in there, but to be able to iron something, you'd have to go all the way from the closet, find the thing that you want, bring them all the way back to the laundry room, get it all nice and clean, steam cleaned and whatnot. Take that, bring it all the way back, and then get dressed back in your closet before you can actually get going. So to be able to have this either right there in the closet or right there in the laundry room, you'd be able to just do it all in one room, which is super nice. First of all, this cord right here, this thing is awesomely long. We have a solid, that's 6, plus I'm going to call that another foot right there. You got 7 feet of cord right there. So wherever you're hanging this, you're going to need that long cord to be able to reach those outlets, because usually closets may not have an outlet. Laundry rooms, there'll probably be an outlet behind the dryer, or maybe somewhere kind of off to the side. So to be able to have enough cord to be able to get this thing plugged up is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and plug this on in. Let's see what happens. Okay, you got a power button right here. I see that. I'm going to get rid of this bag on here. I guess I need to just rip it out. Oh, okay, yeah, that's working well. Just pull it, looks like. But this, the cord on the actual iron, too, is nice and long as well. So wherever you have your base station set up, this guy, you still have plenty of room to be able to get this cord. Yeah, that fits in there. That'll make it a lot easier so it's not moving on me. There we go. But you have a nice long cord right here. That's a solid 6 foot right there. So you could have it plugged in 7 feet away and then have your clothes an additional 6 feet away to be able to utilize this. So that you have a lot of room to be able to work with this thing, which is super cool. All right, let's go ahead and cradle that right there. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out is this cord right here, which I'm assuming is what's bringing all of the steam up and into the machine right here. It's nice and thick. It's a good braided cord as well, so it's gonna last a long time. You know how, phone cords, they started making them more braided, and those are awesome because they last. Otherwise, if it's just like the little rubber sheath on it, they start to fray and get all messed up. I never liked that. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. Release. Okay. So look, there's a button right here. It says release. Pop that on out. Okay, this looks like, I'm assuming this is the water container because it's got the line right here. Okay, is that a wand? It's like a little ball thing in there. I can't tell exactly what it is. Yeah, it's the wand. Okay, that's cool. So no matter which way you have this thing turned, the little wand in there will drop either way because it's weighted. So whenever you have it in there, whether it's flat like this or if you have it standing up, it's going to be able to get all of the water that's in there. That's a really cool feature. I like that. That way you don't have to constantly fill this thing up. So you do have a little port right here to fill it up. Let's go ahead and do that. And I noticed that they had this little collapsible guy in here. If you do want to mount it onto your wall, you can do that as well. They give you a little mounting hardware right there. They give you the nuts or the anchors and the screws right there. So I like that they've included that. That way, if you don't have a rod set up in your laundry room, you can still utilize this on a flat surface. All right, we got our nice little funnel right there, collapsible funnel. I like how they've added that in. Just simply pop that right on there. I got some water right here. We'll go ahead and fill this bad boy on up. I'm curious to know how much water this thing holds too. It looks to be a large container. And if you think about a traditional iron that has steam built into it, the reservoir inside the ironing part of the iron is not very big and usually can't hold that much water. And so that means that you're just going to have to refill it a lot more. But with something like this, where it's like a container that you just simply export out, and then you take this and just go and fill it up, makes it super simple. Man, I got that right on the money. So we're just going to simply press that right on down. And the other thing about this too, with the iron, you have that long cord that comes with all irons. You're going to be dragging that across the house to go get some water, fill it up. You're praying you don't get it all over the iron. With something like this, it's like a cartridge that only water goes in, and you just simply bring that to the sink, or you bring water to it, and you can fill it up that way. So I like that feature as well. All right, so now, let's see, they have some instructions right here. It says press, add water, demineralize or distilled water only, and push until the click is heard to lock. One thing I wanted to point out, I kind of learned this with my coffee maker, is that whenever I use a filtered water, we have filtered water right on our sink, you don't get as much of the mineral buildup. And since they both deal with hot water, whenever you have a filtered water coming through there, there's not as many minerals in there. So it's not going to damage, it's not going to clog up all the piping and everything that's in there. And that's important with this, especially since it's going through the hose and you got all your little buttons right there. But this does have a cleaning feature on it as well, which is super cool. All right, so we're going to lock that back on into place right there. We got our water in there. This isn't hot yet, is it? Nope, not hot. Okay. Let's see. Does this have a little thing on there? I keep seeing a glare. You know what? Let me hit our power button. Okay, look, we got this thing moving. It lit up. Oh, there we go. Got that. Okay, so we have our ring right here, and you can see that it's kind of flashing or breathing, if you will, that orange color, and that's letting you know that it's warming up. So you need to let it warm up for it to be able to steam it well. So you just simply have to give it, I think it's like 20, 30 seconds, something like that. But what's nice about this, even though it's warming up, it's got, watch, it's got this pad on the inside right here that can handle heat because it's just made out of silicone, I believe. And so you can just simply drop that on into there, and the heat of the steam iron right there is not gonna mess up the unit, which is super cool. All right, so we have, sounds like it's ready. It beeps for you whenever it's ready. Cool. And it stops breathing on there, and then you can decide which one of those you want. So we have it on wool right now, steam and wool. So if you press your mode button, it's going to flip to cotton. If you press it again, it goes to poly. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, cotton, steam, wool, cotton. I'm trying to see if you can get the steam one to turn off, and I think that, or maybe you press that to be able to get it, and then there's also this clean mode here. Oh, wait. If you hold it down, it goes into a clean mode, but since we haven't used it yet, there's nothing to clean. So I wanted to point that out. A long press on the M brings it to that. All right, let's see. This part's not hot. Okay, so I do want to let you know that on the sides right here, it is metal. So if you do plan on turning this to the side, you want to make sure that you grab your plastic parts. They have the little emblems right here to let you know that it does get hot. So be warned about that part right there. So let me go ahead. This is cotton. I got some cotton pants right here. Look at these things. Hold on. We got to get a close-up of this because these are just ridiculous of how wrinkled these things are. You see that? That is so wrinkled. I hate ironing. Like, it is the one thing that I do not do. And like I was mentioning, you got to like run across the house to be able to make it happen. So using something like this just might be the ticket. So I'm gonna try doing this right here. Okay. Is the steam coming out? I can't see. I'm pressing the steam button. I hear it right here, but I think that it might need a pump through. Even with just the heat though, I'm impressed by how well that worked right there. Look, let's see. I'm gonna bring this close so you guys can see if y'all can see some of the heat. Or I shouldn't say the heat, the steam coming through. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's puffing. Poof. Can y'all see that? It's really hard to see. You can definitely hear it. I can see it. The steam, like right in this area. And it's nice and hot right there, too. All right, let's see what this can do. Like I said, I don't iron my clothes, and so this is going to be like super duper wrinkled. And that is doing a fantastic job of getting out those wrinkles. Look at that. That is awesome. You know what? Let's do it up. You know what? Hang on. I've got an idea. Because I need a hard surface to be able to get it on, since these wrinkles are so deep. I'm going to bring it right here. And look, you guys can come on down. Y'all ready for this? Dad getting corny. So whenever I had it upright, y'all notice that I twisted this the other way. But now that I'm coming at it from an angle, it's a little bit easier to be able to do it this way without twisting it. So I put a little bit of steam on there. Y'all can see that steam coming through. And then I stopped pressing the steam. And it dissipated a little bit, so it's not as much. Man, look at that. That is doing a fantastic job right there. Wow. I am impressed. Take a look at the other side. I'm just curious. Yeah, it seemed like it almost went through on that side as well to get a lot of those wrinkles out of this. I'm pretty sure that there's a way to do a dry steam on here too. I just don't see the mode for it. Let me see, I'm going to hold down that mode button because I want to see what that does. No, it just simply changes it right there. Let's see, let's give it another pass right here. That works super well. I'm impressed by this. I'm gonna turn, look, just to give you guys an idea. This is what we started off with. Can y'all see all those wrinkles in there? Like, that thing is wrinkly. Look at that. And then we went all the way to that right there. That is nice and clean and smooth. Perfect for going out on a date with your wife. Oh yeah. Let's do a shirt. Look, I got this shirt right here. Again, hate ironing. So this has got the wrinkles in it as well. See, make sure I got everything nice and flow. This one has the darts in there. That'll be a good test to see how it goes over the darts right there. All right, let me turn it back on. I don't know if it's going to need to heat up again since we just had it on. I don't think it will. I'm going to throw it onto that cotton mode. And I'm just going to, I think this is cotton. You know what? Just in case, I'm going to put it onto the poly. I think the poly doesn't use as much of the steam if you don't want it to. I like how they have this little point right here so I can get in between the buttons just like a traditional iron. I'm going to try adding a little bit of steam now just to kind of see how that works out. I really like how I can use that point to be able to get in between those buttons. I was kind of worried about that because I know traditional irons have that point kind of built into them. And this one just has that little tiny point right there. But look at that. Man, that is looking clean. Nice. So just for comparison purposes, this is the side that was ironed right here. This is the side that hasn't been ironed. And that worked extremely well. I am very pleased with this right here. This thing is amazing. This is what the back looks like. So the side that got ironed was this side over here. So this side got ironed, this side did not. And even from the back, I mean, it got rid of a ton of the wrinkles. You can see what they would have looked like on this side right here, because this is all wrinkled. And then even through the fabric, it was able to de-wrinkle this side as well. So it's actually going to help to reduce some of the time that it might take you to iron, because it'll get both sides very easily, which is super nice. So if y'all are looking for an excellent steam iron, y'all definitely need to go and check out this one right here. I am very impressed by how easy this was to use and how convenient you can have with this thing, because you can leave it either in your closet or in your laundry room. If y'all found this helpful, I definitely appreciate you guys clicking that helpful button right there. Come on, y'all, help a dad out. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all go and add this to your cart. Oh, I also wanted to mention that you can get these in a whole bunch of different colors as well. So if there's like a certain aesthetic you're going for, you just want to, you know, find that certain color that kind of fits for what you're doing, go and click the listing below and you can go see all the different options that they have on there. All right, thank y'all for watching. Add this to your cart if this is something that you want, and dad out.